Good morning, good people, and welcome to Be Gentle, It's Mental, where real life meets real conversation.
Where we don't sugarcoat it, because growth sometimes does not come from comfort.
And sometimes healing doesn't come from pressure.
So the question is, when life hits,
do you need compassion
or correction? Let's hash it out.
Because everybody's dealing with something.
But not everybody agrees on how to deal with it.
I'm taking the gentle approach.
And I'm bringing the tough love.
It's not a matter of either or,
but a blend of both. Be gentle.
It's mental.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to Be Gentle.
It's mental.
Where we talk about the hard and the soft approach to some of life's situations. I am hardcore tough love. No nonsense discipline. My wife is soft on crime.
No.
She's soft and gentle.
I'm just open-minded.
Open-minded, that's what you call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And supportive.
Okay. Notice how your definition keeps changing?
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think you want to come over to this side.
No.
You admire us when we're tough and strong and disciplined, aren't you?
I respect you. It's not about wanting to be you, but I respect your opinion.
Okay. They say opposites attract, and we're opposite in a lot of ways. A lot of things. We're very attracted to each other.
We're not opposite, honey.
We are. I'm hard, you're soft. That's literally the opposite. That's
I guess, if you look at it like that.
It means, kind of.
Okay.
I got to get you back for that president comment last episode. But anyway, what we did was we just started making notes of things that we had different perspectives on, and the book got so thick. I'm like,
wait. We didn't
maybe we should do a show about
We weren't making topics of things we have different perspectives on. We were just picking things that we wanted to discuss that are going on, in everyday life.
I was taking notes. I have a book, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, today's topic is...
Are kids out of control?
Should have been called Out of Control Kids, because the answer is yes. Kids have gone wild.
They have not gone wild.
What do you call it?
They're just curious.
Curious?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're exploring the world, seeing how things work.
I got you. Are curious kids out of control? That's what you want to call it?
No, they're not.
What inspired me to do this is I've gone to a couple of sporting events for some kids in the family, we're supporting. And I am shocked and appalled at how these children are acting out in public. They're running around wild, stomachs hanging out, cussing and fussing. And I'm looking for somebody to swing something to choke somebody, and teachers are just acting like, it's not even happening. Am I wrong?
A little bit.
How so?
I don't know. Think about when you were younger. Like, you might not have went to that extreme, but you definitely acted different around your friends than around your parents.
Not at school. Not on Hollywood school grounds.
At a sporting event?
We had a overseer at school called Mr. Blake. And the only time he had fun was when Mr. Blake was not at the school. Otherwise, he saw everything. You know what I mean? If you cussed at a football game in the stands, Mr. Blake knew about it. So I was just, how does this happen?
I don't think we would go to that extreme. We might not cuss, but we might have used slang that normally you can't use around the house.
We, meaning our generation.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what about these little hooligans now?
I mean,
they're using the actual words.
There were kids that did that back then, too.
Uh-huh. One particular kid was, remember the football game when daughter number 4 was cheering? The little boy was trying to go to the stands, and he yelled back at his friends, come now, D word, or you're not getting anything. And all these parents was around him, and they said nothing.
Oh.
Now, I didn't know the kid. If I knew him, I would have, You know what I mean? Like I do.
I don't know. I think I would still say something.
To a known child?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not allowed
Like,
anymore.
how would your parents feel if they knew you were talking like that?
Think that, you lady, then what?
I don't think they would say that.
Ah, that's what me and you disagree.
Yeah, I don't
Kids.
think they would say that. I think they would instantly feel like the mom energy and fix it.
Well, I don't normally bring up a topic if I don't have some answers, right? So
Okay.
in this case, I believe a lot of the kids are acting wild because the parents that are parenting these kids are the kids that rebelled in our day. You understand what I'm saying? The kids that did not take to all the bad kids in your community, they grew up and had kids, and that's what we're dealing with now.
I think it would be the opposite.
Undisciplined.
Because if they were the bad kid, then they would see right through their child and beat them. They would be in front of the...
No, they support them.
No, I don't think so.
I'm talking about the parents that want to be friends with the kids. You know what I mean?
But I don't think those are the
Encourage
kids that rebelled, because I feel like they got their rebellion out and grew up to be, constructive members of the community, and they want to make sure that their kids don't do the same thing.
I really love and admire you because you live in hope.
Yes.
You don't live in reality. Real.
They can live together.
Reality. You live in hope.
No, they're.
I want those glasses that you wear. I want those hopeful
they
glasses.
can live together. Reality and hope can live together side by side. We'll be right back.
We cater more to kids nowadays than we did in my day. Okay. I love my pop. Strong dude. He raised me. I love him. Nothing wrong with it. But we felt like we were second class citizens. You know what I mean? Like when company came over, that's it. Get out of here. Scram. And they better not catch you listening to adults' conversation. Right or wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You ain't speaking unless spoken to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I agree there.
Now, I have information that says that your little childhood was a little different.
No, we weren't allowed to speak unless spoken to. That was the same type of rule that we had. If company was over, yeah. But if it was just us, it was different.
Okay, you listen to mom and auntie.
What do you mean?
When they were gossiping and all that.
Oh no, you had to scram. You couldn't. Yeah, they didn't let you sit there and listen.
Right. Now, in your opinion, who had the better stories, the uncles or the aunties?
The aunties. Hello.
We agree. Go in there with your father. I was like, okay, they ain't really talking about nothing, bro. Let me just, I ain't gonna be in y'all way.
Yeah.
Let me just hang over. Like, what? She did what? Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely the aunties for the win.
So one sign of out of control children is children running around calling adults by their first name. that gets me. Hey, Lloyd. Who said that? Oh, that was you? Aren't you 8? You haven't been here long enough to call me by that first name. And I don't know why. It's just...
It depends. Like some military households make their kids say Mr. and Mrs. But non-military households, they don't do that. So you don't learn that until you're around somebody that does that. I was one of those kids. Like, I didn't know about the Mr. and Mrs. rule. But when you got around somebody that wanted to be called that, they let you know. Oh, no, it's Mr. Or no, it's Miss or Mrs.
Let's back up for a second. It doesn't have to be a military household for the kid to use Mr. and Mrs. You know what I mean?
It just happened to be one.
Right. Hey, you know, I'm Mr. Lloyd in my life, and I kind of like that.
Weren't you in the military?
I was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
was your dad in the military?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't raised as a military child. My dad was out by the time, you know, I was aware. I guess 5.
Yeah, but
when does the kid's awareness kick in? About 5? I'm not talking about your old soul granddaughter. I'm talking about the average child.
Yeah, but once you're in the military, aren't you like, that's your mindset forever?
No, that's more like sir and ma'am. Mr. and Mrs. is what you should call a person if you're 8 years old and they're grown.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Having that. Hey, Lloyd. When were you born? Yesterday? Okay. All right.
Someone called me, and I believe I responded, what? Which I was a kid. To an adult. And they had to teach me, like, yeah, you never say what. That's disrespectful. Which I'm like, I didn't know that was disrespectful. Right. So they said you say yes or yes, ma'am, yes, sir. So yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All the kids. You say yes, sir.
But it doesn't mean they're bad or out of control. Sometimes they just don't know.
Well, not all kids that don't use the proper introduction, Mr. and Mrs., not all of them are out of control. But all out of control kids don't use it.
That's not true.
You're not going to find an out of control. You're not going to find an out of control, respectable kid. Okay? Yes,
you will.
Who?
Quick.
Whom?
Because
where are they?
They are there.
Okay.
They're there. They're the ringleaders sometimes.
All right. Okay. Should children have opinions in household matters?
I mean, you don't want them knowing financial burdens and things like that, but I don't know if their room is getting painted or something. They should have a say in the color.
Why?
It's their room.
They want purple. That's, I don't know, $44 a can. You want almond white. That's $12 a can. Who wins?
So what you would do is give them the choices that you want and let them choose from what you pick, but they still have a say.
You're just being nice.
No. Right? It's their room.
So prepare them for the rental life.
Which is what?
Okay. Prepare them that when you own it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. Right now, technically, you are a tenant. So the landlord, which is me, is going to paint it almond. Okay? When you get your own, you can paint it whatever fuchsia, purple, light blue you want to paint.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that like real life?
I mean, I guess.
We can't paint our rental home like we want to.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you could, but, you know, you got to go through something. You're going to lose your deposit, you know, on these mine. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome back to Be Gentle, It's Mental. All right, some more on parenting.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you feel like parents are blamed more for how their kids behave when they're younger or when they're older?
I think they're blamed more when they're younger.
I think so too.
Okay, when they're more influential. I have 4 bonus sons that I used to preach to them all the time, every day. It just seemed like they were determined to do something to get them locked up. You know what I mean? Nothing major, kid shenanigans, you know what I mean? But it was a daily thing. It's like, what? Getting called from grocery store security guards. Oh, seems like your boy loves chicken. He had some in his pocket. You know what I mean? And foolish stuff. So, no, it's definitely when they're young.
Yeah, I think when my oldest was little and growing up, I definitely created a monster.
How so?
Oh man, she was spoiled rotten. So, you take them out in public for the first time and you reap the benefits of the spoiledness. Acted out completely. Making noises,
The whole flailing.
crying, wailing, flailing, all of it. Every cartoon you've ever seen with a kid rolling around on the floor, kicking and screaming. Yeah, all that. So
Where was your belt during these times?
No, I never believed in spanking.
Not even going through that?
No, not even going through that. So I remember clearly one day I was visiting a relative at the hospital, a sick relative at the hospital, and she went 100% in. So I had to leave the hospital. I remember sitting outside on the bench outside, right outside the door, outside of the hospital, and she proceeded to scream and scream. And I just sat there like, whenever you're ready to stop. Sat there more. She screamed and screamed. And I remember this lady, she was an angel. She walked past and she said, I know this is tough, Mama, but you're doing a good job. Like, if you give in to her, then this is what you're going to get.
So hitting her with the supersonic belt is giving in?
Not necessarily that, but some people might, like, here's some candy, or, please stop, don't cry.
The bride.
Yeah, that type. She meant in that way.
Yeah.
So I do remember, like, it went on, it felt like weeks, but it was really probably like 5 minutes of her nonstop crying. And then when she saw that I wasn't giving her a reaction, she stopped. She tried to start it up again, and I was just like, it's not getting you anywhere. So I don't know why you keep screaming and making noises. I don't scream and make noises when I don't want to do things. I use my words. So she did eventually stop, and that was like the first and last time that she did that.
Okay, but the tantrum lasted 5 minutes.
It did.
Okay.
It was excruciating. It was embarrassing.
Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
About someone who may or may not be my sister. She had the tantrums when she would stomp.
Oh yeah,
Do the dance. The dance. Yeah.
The crybaby dance.
Okay,
I'm
so
familiar.
the first time we saw this, she did it. My mom let it play out. You know what I mean? Eventually, you're right, she wore herself out. But Mom must have been in a hurry this day. She didn't have time. So when the tantrum and the Michael Jackson stuff started, she was like, pow, pow, pow. She caught each one of them legs as they hit the floor. It stopped. Okay, about maybe a minute and 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, all right. Depending on how patient you are.
Yeah.
Most of us aren't patient.
Yeah. But I just will say, it's okay if you mess up and you get it wrong, because we've all done that. You can reach out for help. Like, ask some older people in your family that have children that know how to behave. You can get parenting books. You can take parenting classes. So there's still hope.
Do you really need parenting classes?
Yes.
Put it this way. Do parenting classes work?
Absolutely. They tell you the things that kids go through at different stages of their life, so you know what you're up against and you know how to handle it.
But aren't these people who studied families and became experts by studying, not actually having a family?
No, they have
I've heard
families.
those rumors that they're childless people giving parental advice.
No.
That could be the cause
They
of the...
probably studied their own families and knew what not to do.
So why isn't it working?
It is working.
Have you been to a football game or a basketball game
Yes.
lately? A volleyball game.
There's like 50 kids there. You might have seen 1 or 2 doing that.
I saw a whole parade of them walking back and forth. You know,
No.
I'm like, look at them. Look at them kids. They up to no good. Every last one of them. Look at them. Wear your shoes, boy. Crocs are not shoes. Okay, hey, in case we get endorsed by Crocs.
And I know how you said when they get older, it's kind of like you can't really control that anymore. But you do wonder, like, who raised you? Because my little sweet baby would not be doing that.
Oh, you hear the words, I know your mama ain't raised you like that.
That part.
You know? I know your mama, and I know that she raised you like that. Well, let's see what Dr. Nikki has to say about this. I'm feeling pretty confident with the W today.
It's not about winning and losing.
But it is.
It's not.
Hey, Dr. Nikki. What you got for us?
Hey Howard, hey Simone, it's Dr. Nikki here. I am back again with another segment and I love the idea. Are kids out of control or do we have out of control kids? Or as Simone would say it, do we have curious kids? Well, then I would venture to ask you guys this question is, do we have out of control parents? Do we have an out of control environment? Is social media out of control? I would venture to ask you, are the influences of our kids out of control? Because that will determine if our kids are out of control. Kids' behavior when parents are absent. Well, let's be honest. When somebody's not watching you, especially as a child, because everything has not developed, yeah, you probably tend to be a little bit different. I think almost everybody's child is a little bit different when the parents are not around. Because at this point, you don't have someone saying, So, I say that to say because Howard had made a very good point. He had mentioned someone named Mr. Blake. He was kind of like the overseer or the watcher of his group back then in those days. So it wasn't like you could act a certain way, because if you act a certain way, Mr. Blake was going to either straighten you out or was going to tell your parents. So you did not have that opportunity to do so. We don't have a lot of those Mr. Blakes anymore. A lot of people don't feel comfortable getting involved and speaking up and kind of correcting someone's child just because of how the world is these days. You know, some parents can be very accepting of it, while others can be very offensive. Like, don't you say nothing to little Johnny. That's my child. You don't speak to him a certain way. So I think we're looking at, with you two, these generational differences. Kids also might even be the same way in their own home. So it's just depending on the parenting style. Children calling adults by their first name. So I thought that was very, very interesting because different households have different expectations. Also, you have to think different cultures have different expectations. Family relationships and life experiences will dictate how you address an adult. Some families are very, very stern and they want to make sure that an adult is given the respect. So they may require their child to say Mr. or Mrs. So you know that when that person is being addressed, they're being addressed by a child and maybe not an adult, which I think is very, very interesting. And then there are some families that they are fine with saying, hi, little Tommy. Tommy, this is Howard. Howard, this is little Tommy. And then little Tommy is now going to address you as Howard because that's how they were introduced. Now, one thing I disagree with Simone on, Simone talked about that children should know what's kind of going on in the family. I think Howard spoke about, like, almost from a standpoint of a landlord and tenant situation. She didn't think that kids should know about finances. Well, I totally disagree. I do think they should know about finances because I think they need to understand the world that we live in. Their first experience shouldn't be when they get out into the working world. They should know all along. This is the end of my segment from Dr. Nikki, and I just really call it as I see it. This is what I think how it should be. So I would love to kind of hear what you guys think, because it's always a way to kind of learn as you lead. See you next time. Bye.
Hey, sooner or later you're going to listen to me, okay? Dr. Nikki has, as you say, validated, right? Validated, okay, my philosophy.
I don't think it was that type of situation, but she did have some good points.
It's bad when, the enemy is starting to, come to my side.
It's not about sides.
Yeah, okay. Well, we went through this. I hope we covered a lot of the topics that were on your mind. Anything else you want to get out, honey?
I don't think so.
Okay. How are you going to change your ways?
We don't need to change our ways.
Okay.
Just love the children, support the babies,
okay,
and help the other mamas and daddies out there that are struggling a little bit.
You want to see what a belt feels like? You want to hold one?
I'm all set.
You all set?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. Kids, you too. And straighten up. Catch us next week. Same time, same place. Be gentle.
It's mental.
Peace.